tomorrow. It gives me immense pleasure to wish you a bright, pleasant and beautiful morning to all revered parents, worthy principal ma'am, senior wing coordinator, my colleagues and dear students. It is my privilege to welcome all present here to grace the occasion together as SWS family to mark another landmark of success. Before we begin, may I request everyone to put your mobile phones on silent mode. Thank you. Today is the day for our students and their parents to know about their new journey and build their future from there. We know that Orientation Day is a very special and much awaited event in every student and their parents' life, as it is the celebration of their achievements and upcoming journey. I, Inderve Gill, on behalf of the entire SWS team, welcome you all to this orientation program. Parents are requested to mark their attendance in case they have missed the same while entering the hall. Let your life be a lamp to guide others on their way to find their own way home. Let's start our day with the lamp lighting. It is a tribute to Ma Saraswati to bestow her warm blessings upon us to achieve academic and future prosperity. I would like to invite our principal, senior wing coordinator to light the lamp. Here I would like to call upon our senior wing coordinator, Dr. Parul, to take forward this event and give you an insight about the past session, peep into curriculum, and the proceedings for the session 2023-24.
So wonderful, warm, rainy and lovely good morning to all present here. First of all, I would like to thank each one of you present here on behalf of our principal, vice principal and the school management that out of your busy schedule you managed to take out some time and come here for the benefit of our children. Secondly, congratulations to each one of you as your children have got promoted to the next class. Many of the children have done really great and many still need a slight push. So let's all discuss together what we have done in the gone by year and what all we can do and we are planning to do for the upcoming session. So welcome you all. So to begin with the presentation, so these are the stalwarts of Smart Wonder School. Our director, Mr. Sandeep Singh, and our principal, Ms. Poonamjeet Kaur. Both these are the epitomes and our guiding lights of the school, and of course we all look upon them whenever we need guidance. The senior wing leadership team includes our vice principal, Ms. Ryan Chona. She is not here right now. She will be joining us back within a few days. And next is the coordinator, Dr. Parul, who is already talking to you. Okay, so next is, let's begin with our vision. We at SWS believe in the holistic development of the young minds, and the school offers exciting challenges and opportunities for parents, teachers and students to come together, grow and learn together and making them the 3 C's, that's the caring, competent and caring individuals. So our journey through the past session, since that was a big change for us, we had joined back after the 2 years of COVID. So the session started with Sri Sukhmani Sahib Path that was organized in the school premises with the pious intention of seeking the blessings from the Almighty. And our directors, Mr. Sandeep Singh and Ms. Avinash Kaur, and Principal Ms. Poonamjeet Kaur, and all the staff members thanked the Almighty for His blessings and prayed for everyone's good health, especially after 2 long years of traumatic COVID scenario. So it was an excellent result by our CBSE class 10 children. A total of 70 students who appeared in the exams, with 23 scoring more than 90. And Navya Chaudhary topped the school with 97.8%, followed by Gauri Gupta and Prableen Kaur with 97.4%, and Ineshvi with the 3rd position with 97%, followed by Manveer Singh with 96.8%. I think this deserves a good round of applause. So the session began with the orientation for classes 6 to 8 and award ceremonies for our academic achievers and toppers, those who performed really well in all the subjects. And of course, we conducted many bagless days for our children so as to provide them hands-on experiences and the experiential learning exposure, where the children were made to do, or they were provided opportunities to do a lot of things that were very interesting. Of course, our children performed class shows, and you all were a witness to the same. And let's move on to the guidelines for the next upcoming sessions, 2023-24. So we'll be talking about the school timings, the arrival and dispersal, pick up and drop, proper uniform, and rules and regulations while in school, NEP, and the school examination CBSE guidelines. So let's begin with the school timings. So school timings from Monday to Friday will be 8 a.m. to 2:50 p.m. and attendance will be marked in the classroom from 8 to 8:05 a.m. So kindly ensure that your child reaches the school on time. Students are expected to reach school at least 10 minutes before the starting time of the classes. Avoid sending your ward to school much before the starting time, as the teachers report to school at around 7:45. So kindly ensure that you drop the child at the right time at gate number 1 and pick up from the same gate. And of course, the parents are required to carry their ID cards when they come to pick up their wards, and dispersal will be conducted in the usual way as we were doing it the last year. Next one. Yeah. Students must be picked up punctually at 2:50 p.m. And of course, we are going to adopt zero tolerance for latecomers and the incorrect uniform children in the school. So kindly ensure that your child reaches properly dressed to the school at the right time. Regarding uniform, you must have noticed, and of course you must be aware by now, that we have brought about few changes in the uniform. That was done to avoid the lot of confusion that the children had which day to wear what. So now the thing is quite simple and easy. From Monday to Thursday, children will be wearing the same uniform. Their blue jeans with denim jeans with the school t-shirt with school logo. And of course, every day they will be wearing the same set of black sports shoes. So there is no change in any kind of shoes required over there. And the shoes are comfortable enough to be used during the sports period also. So you are requested to ensure that your child is not carrying any extra pair of shoes to the school for the sports period. That will also help in reducing the back weights of the children. Fancy hairbands, nail paints are not permitted. Fancy jewelry, earrings not allowed. Girls with long hair are required to tie a proper plait. Pony with long open hair is not allowed. Smart watches and bands not allowed. Please ensure that your child is not wearing any kind of MI band or any watches in the school, because that creates a lot of indiscipline and chaos in the classrooms. So let's move on further to another set of rules and regulations that we all need to know. Proper timetable will be followed as per the schedule, and the activities are also planned and will be done as per the calendar. Zero period will be including the PA, assembly, enrichment activities and house activity. As you all know that this year we are coming back to the enrichment activities, which will be held on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So we'll be doing all these activities on respective days. Students must carry their textbooks, notebooks according to the given timetable. Written work to be done and submitted regularly, and homework will be shared via school pack only. Homework schedule will be shared, and to avoid heavy bags, parents are requested to ensure their ward carries books and notebooks as per the timetable. Ensure that in case required, your child needs support in any of these subjects, so they can be attending the remedial classes as and when planned by the school. Kindly do not approach the staff members for any extra coaching or tuitions. No informal groups to be created. Communication via school part only. So we are totally stopping the use of WhatsApp groups in the school. So even from the school, you will be getting information from school parts. A school part, every circular, every information will be uploaded, as well as the class teachers will be sending the broadcast messages to you all as and when required. So kindly ensure that there will be no WhatsApp groups as such. All parents are required to download school pack. I think all of you must be having that. Parents can write a mail to school in case of any grievance, and they can meet the vice principal and principal. Parents can meet the teachers or counselor or any Saturday with a prior appointment. This is about that in case you find any query or any problem that the child is facing in the class, kindly do not wait till PTM and do not let the problem elevate. Contact us, take an appointment from the front desk, come, meet and discuss, and of course every problem has a solution. Kindly send a diary note in case of any appointment with the educator or any other important message to be conveyed to the class in charge or vice principal. Please promote the use of diaries. Avoid sending personal WhatsApp messages to the class teachers. Reason being, the class teachers are not supposed to use phone in the school premises at all. So in case of any problem, if you drop a message to the class teacher and you are tension free, that I have informed the class teacher, now this will be done. Now this might happen that the class teacher sees it when she reaches back home after 3:30. So kindly, let's get back to the usual process that we used to have earlier. Call at the reception, inform us, tell us whatever you want. Of course, accordingly we will help you out. The library book will be issued for a period of 1 week, and we are charging this fine just to make the child understand that punctuality is really required in life. Children must develop the respect for the school property. Any kind of damage to the school property will have to be compensated. Children should be discouraged from using the social media for uploading any kind of information. The COVID has really brought the mobile phones in very much a sense for our children. So it's a request to you all to minimize that use by your wards, as that will be a benefit for you as well as your ward. Bringing healthy food in lunch box with clean napkins. So it's a request, please, if you want to send junk food only on Fridays. Monday to Thursday, please send something healthy in your ward's tiffin. Canteen facility will be provided in the school. The green cafe is coming back, and of course the details will be shared with you as soon as possible. Refer to the school almanac for rules and regulations to be followed. Now this is something really very important. The school is a bully-free safe school zone where we do not accept any kind of bullying at any level. Neither one should do it nor one should tolerate it. So we have a proper process for addressing such situations. Kindly guide your ward, and of course the class teachers will also do it in their classes, to contact either you or the class teachers, subject teachers, coordinator, counselor, principal or vice principal senior wing as the child is comfortable with. Please tell and share the problem. Only if you tell us the problem, we can help you out. And of course the problem is discussed with the counselor in detail as she holds an expertise in the field. And of course a follow-up is done with the vice principal ma'am, and then the details are also shared with principal ma'am and her inputs are also taken. And of course we follow the proper loop so that the problem any child is facing should be solved at the very first level. There are many committees that are working in the school, and these all committees are being told to you so as to make you people realize and understand that the school is really working for the benefit of your ward. School safety committee that is purely centered and focused on the safety of the children, so that the child when enters the school until the time leaves school is safe. Whatever the child is doing, the child is safe. Arrival and dispersal committee of course focuses on when the child comes to school, what ways are they adopting to come to school and how they get dispersed. Safe Vahan Committee is of course committee that focuses more on the transport issues. The Academic Core Committee works for the betterment of academic opportunities for your children. Anti-bullying committee, as we have discussed before, no kind of bullying is acceptable in school. Total zero tolerance policy against any kind of bullying. Advocacy committee, of course, that talks about the public front of the school. And inclusion committee, that is we include all the types of children in our education system in the school. Activity committee focuses on the various kinds of activity and various kinds of exposure that we can provide to our children. And of course, the grievance committee on child sexual abuse that gets active only when any such incident is reported. Now let's move on to the most important part, National Education Policy 2020. The policy has really focused and highlighted the need of skill subjects and inclusion of such subjects in our school system. So all activities done in the school, whatever the child does in the school, it may be art, it may be dance, sports, music, IT, all the activities have an element of skill progression. That means we'll be checking that what is the progress in the learning of child in any of those activities. And of course, the skill subjects introduced this year for the class 7 are, you are aware about this, coding and marketing. So the children have opted for this and accordingly we will be guiding them. We have planned a lot of enrichment activities, as you all are aware. One set of activities that will be done on Wednesday and another set on Thursday. So of course, this process will take some time for us to settle down, a week or so that children also get familiar to the system and we also get used to it. The children also know how to plan the thing accordingly. And of course, we are hiring people from outside also, and there are many in-house teachers also who will be training the children for the same. So now let's talk about the areas of assessment. Areas of assessment will be scholastic as well as co-scholastic. For scholastic, we talk about all the subjects, that is English, Hindi, Maths, Science, Social Science, Punjabi or French, whatever is the third language for the child, and the subjects coding and marketing for class 7. Now the pattern for the assessments will be the term 1 exam will be of 80 marks. Periodic test 1. Now this year we have changed the pattern of PA exams, the periodic assessments. As per your feedback, as per the parents' feedback, there was slight issue that the parents were feeling overburdened because of the 2 cycles of PA that we were having in term 1 as well as in terms 2. So we have reduced that number to 1 PA per term. So it will be periodic test 1 for 5 marks, we will be evaluating it to 5 marks, multiple assessments for 5, subject enrichment activities for 5 and notebook for 5. So adding on to 100 where 80 is the term 1 exam and 20 is the internal assessment. Almost similar to the thing that was done last year, only changes in the pattern of PA that we were having. For the term 2 also, similar pattern will be followed, 80 and 20 internal. For post-scholastic, discipline, art education, which will be including the visual and the performing arts, health and physical education, sports and yoga. All the parts are accessible. Now the kind of internal assessments we are talking about, the activities which we say that multiple assessments will be taken for 5 marks. That again varies as per the subject. So different kind of activities, observation, oral test, individual work, group work, class discussion, maps, graphic, visual, crosswords, any kind of activities can be done as per the requirement by the teacher and of course the subject. Subject enrichment activities for 5 marks, they have been mentioned separately for each one of you so that you have a fair idea of why different kinds of activities are conducted in different subjects because the requirement is different. For languages we focus on 4 types of skills and of course for maths and science we focus on different kind of lab activities that the children can do, learning by doing since it's the motto of the school. Of course, in social science, we focus on the projects for art and culture, map work, and all such activities. And of course, notebook maintenance is very important. Notebook maintenance, 5 marks include the regularity, the assignment completion, neatness of the notebooks, timely submission, and of course, no copying is promoted. Child should be motivated to write their own answers as per the instructions given by the teacher. And of course, the components, as told to you, the components of the internal assessment classes, 6 to 8, the periodic assessments for 5 marks. So that will be 1 periodic assessments in each term, that is PA1 in term 1 and 1 in term 2. So the marks will be given accordingly. For promotion policy for class 6 and 7, for students in classes 6 and 7, it's required that they pass each subject with a minimum score of 33% in both the internal assessments of 20 marks and the final exams of 80 marks. So kindly ensure that your ward achieves at least 33% to pass the class properly. If a student scores less than 33% in one or two subjects, then he or she will be given another chance to improve performance by appearing in a re-exam. So the promotion that's done. So another important thing, in case you wish to refer any of the sites for gathering information about anything related to academic or non-academic, kindly refer to the CBSE sites. Do not refer to any kind of YouTube videos or audios or wherever you find information, because they are not authentic. Data made as per the information of one particular person. But the information provided on CBSE sites is going to be very particular and very specific. So kindly follow that. One last thing that I would like to say here is kindly connect with your child. Kindly have that bond and association with your child that in case of any problem, your child approaches you. Your child tells you. Your child shares with you. That much of confidence is required. It's really required at both the classes. You also share your problems with them. Simple problems, not all the complicated ones. Right? And they'll also share with you so that they have that tendency of approaching you. Even if the child has done something really wrong, the child should have that faith on you that I need to share it with my parent. My parent will help me out. We all are wrong at one or the other point, not a problem. But yes, your child should approach you. So it's just a request. We in school are also trying to work, as our ma'am has given us a mantra to be followed this year. We need to be smiling every time. Smile is compulsory part of uniform for us now. Secondly, we need to be more kinder to everyone, even with each other and of course with our children. And third is to connect. So these are the three things we will be trying to work on them. And of course, we request you also to be very kind, very loving, because with a lot of pressure, many a times we miss those things in our lives. So let's get it back and leave our phones behind and spend some time with our children. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I hope the presentation was informative and helpful for our students and parents. If your actions inspire children to dream more, learn more, and become confident each time, you are indeed worthy of the title teacher. Now I would call upon HOD IT, Mrs. Narendrajit Kaur, to invite all the class 7 educators to us.
Good evening, ma'am. Good morning to all. One child, one teacher, one book, one pen can change the world. Dear parents, as we embark on a new academic year, I would like to introduce our team of educators who will be working with your child. Our team is made up of highly qualified and experienced educators who provide a nurturing and challenging learning environment for your child. Our team includes class teacher of class 7A, Ms. Gurleen Jadeja. She will be teaching science to class 7A, English, Ms. Sindarveer, Maths, Ms. Nalini, she is not present today, Hindi, Ms. Kamalji, Social, Social will be taught by Ms. Dimple Vadera. Class 7B, the class teacher is Ms. Upasana, and she will be teaching class 7B Maths. English will be taken up by Ms. Indraveer, Science Ms. Gurleen Jadeja, Punjabi Ms. Pushpinder, Hindi Ms. Kamalji, and Social Science Ms. Dimple Vadera again. Class 7C custodian, Ms. Pooja Sehgal, and our counselor, Ms. Mandeep. So we bring a diverse range of skills and experience to the classroom, which we believe will help your child to grow and develop as a learner. Thank you so much.
And the teachers, ladies and gentlemen, she is a person who doesn't need any introduction. She is known amongst all of us for her wisdom and knowledge, a fountainhead of enlightening ideas and inspiration. Let's welcome our worthy principal, Mrs. Poonamjeet Kaur, to share her encouraging words with all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Indri. Good morning, parents.
Good morning, ma'am.
And if there are any grandparents? None? So that's the difference between the foundation years, the primary years, and the senior wing. There were so many grandparents there with their little grandchildren. So it's a progress. It's a progression. Children are growing. So obviously, as parents, you are becoming, the one person where they go to. But little ones, I think, prefer to go to their grandparents. So obviously, I could see a whole lot of grandparents on the day we had the foundation years presentation. So thank you so much for being here. I think ma'am gave a very exhaustive and detailed presentation. I am sure that you have seen what all there is in the offering this year. A lot of new things. So children, can you mention something? Anything new that's going to happen in this session that was not there in the last session? Can I have some children tell me? Yes? Was there anything that ma'am mentioned? Yes.
Enrichment activities will be taken place every day.
Wonderful. On which days? Can anyone tell me on which days? Yes.
Ma'am, Wednesday and Thursday.
Wonderful. And what else? So that's one. Big plus? Is it a big plus?
Yes.
Are you looking forward to it?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think so. We've done so much of planning, we're still working on it, but nobody seems to be very enthusiastic about it. Are you enthusiastic?
Yes, ma'am.
Not good enough.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So a lot of thought has gone into it because we know that you need a lot of activities besides your academics to keep you engaged. Plus you have passions. So your enrichment activities cover your passion and all in the school. So parents don't have to run from one academy to another academy, and that is why we have professionals who come to the school and teach us those skills for those 2 hours, one on Wednesday and one on Thursday. That's the enrichment activities. Yes, why is that child surprised? Did you not choose 2 activities, Bacha? Yes, but you looked very surprised when I said 2 activities. Yes, so there's one on Wednesday and one on Thursday. And all our activity teachers who are very talented and have their own specialization will also be taking those activities. And that's something that we are looking forward to. What is the other thing? Yes.
The uniform has changed.
The uniform has changed. Very good. If the uniform has changed, what does that mean? We need to be in proper uniform every day. So what has changed is, rules are already there, but we are going to be implementing them a little more strictly this year. That's what's changed from our side. Alright? So we know that last year we came back from COVID. So children were not used to coming to school. We gave a lot of time for everyone to settle in. But this year, I think, by now everyone is used to coming to school, and we expect that the children will be in proper uniform and on time. So what's the time? 8 o'clock is when your attendance starts. So we need to be in school between 7:50 and 8. Because 8:05 the gates will close. And thereafter no child will be allowed inside the school. And I'll tell you the reason for it. The children's safety, your child's safety. If you're going to bring the child late and request me, I might say yes. But then what happens, it's an administrative nightmare. Because attendance has happened in the classroom, which the child knows where he's supposed to do, by 8:05. Thereafter, all the children from class 3 onwards have already gone either for the PA, which is in another class, or the assembly, which might be in the AV hall, or the enrichment activities, which are in different rooms across the school, or the Friday activities, which is again different places. So your child, when the child comes at 8:10, 8:15, will be without supervision. And I am not going to allow that. So the gate is going to be closed at 8:05 and no child will be allowed after that because attendance will happen at 8 to 8:05. Thereafter the children will be guided to whichever venue they are supposed to go under supervision. So I hope I have your cooperation in that matter because this is not for us. This is for the children. And I am sure that you all must be more concerned about your children's safety than anyone else. So that is why I expect everyone to be on time to school, get up a little earlier, get the children into the habit because like I said, last year we were lenient. 2 years the children were at home, attending classes in their pajamas on the bed. Yes?
Yes.
We allowed that. At that point of time, it was okay. Last year, the children were expected to come to school. But still, we were getting a lot of latecomers. We still accepted that because it takes time. Now, this year, zero tolerance for incorrect uniform and latecomers. Are the children with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Are the children with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Louder.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this is for your own benefit. You don't want to miss on the zero periods. You don't want to come and feel worried. Where am I supposed to go? Where are my friends? Who's going to look after me? That is not the feeling that you want to give your child the first thing in the morning. The child, if the child comes late, effectively you have reduced the child's capacity to learn because the child is anxious, the child is worried. The child knows that something wrong has happened. The children are actually more conscious about these things than adults. So let's make that effort to get up a little earlier and get the children to school on time. So that's one thing, definitely. What else? Anything else? Wonderful. Yes. So are the moms happy? Yes. Are the mothers happy?
Yes, ma'am.
Why? Why? Yes, big smiles.
One day reduced.
Yes. No, not one day. The canteen is all throughout, baby. What ma'am was saying is that the tiffin that mothers send, so do not send your chips and stuff like that on Monday to Thursday. Friday you can have your whatever party tiffins or junk food or whatever you like. But the canteen is on all the days, Monday to Friday. And it is for you and your parents to decide when you will be getting something from the canteen to eat. It might supplement your tiffin. It might be just that. That's your choice. Our duty is to ensure that the food that is being served there is reasonably priced, is good in quality and taste. So that is something that we will be doing. Is that all right?
Yes.
Yes. So this gives a little breather to the mothers on those days. And maybe this will help you come to school on time. So we can't say, oh, I was packing the lunch, so I got late. Yes?
Yes,
Canteen is there. Wonderful. What else?
There will be one PA and
One child answering. So we need more answers. Yes. So I have a question for you. The PA is for how many marks? going to come. So I could see the way people were understanding. Yes. So how many marks bache the PA?
No, 5.
5 marks.
Yes, ma'am.
The paper will be for 5 marks.
Ma'am, it will be marked as 5 marks in the result.
Yes. So the paper will be for?
25.
Yes. So the only thing that has changed is that we will not have a PA on every Monday, because as parents you said that we cannot enjoy our weekends, our children are always studying, we can't go here, we can't go there. So you will get more Mondays which are free. So those weekends you can enjoy. The PA paper will be of 25 marks. The weightage will be 5 marks. Is that clear? Yes. What else? Anything else?
Coding to last year
Yes. So last year we started with the skill subjects. The choices were less. Yes, but now every single class, so class 6, class 7, class 8 has one IT related skill subject and one commerce related skill subject. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, ma'am.
And the best part is, how is it so unique? Because we are the only school in the Tri-City who's doing that. There is no other school where your children have so many options of skill subjects, and where we have a dedicated teacher this year from the commerce department who will be taking these skill subjects. Right? Last year it was the vice principal who was taking it. I'm sure the children were enjoying it. I could see they were also creating the canteen activity and the sales and marketing. Now we have a dedicated teacher for that. So that's the difference. Right? So we are actually implementing the NEP 2020 in letter and spirit. Just doing something for the sake of doing is not good enough. Right? Because we're dealing with children. So it's very important that they actually learn something, and these skills will be translated into real life experiences and life skills which they will use later. There's another thing, very good thing that is starting. So I'll give you a clue. COVID is over. We are moving around. So earlier, what did you do?
Trips and field trips.
Yes, trips and tours. So we will be restarting our trips and tours, because children need these experiences. They need to go out, they need to see what's happening, and of course they need to bond, collaborate, have fun. So the trips and tours, you can clap louder. That's so sweet. She was giving a silent clap. So it's very important that we learn, we have fun, and then we grow. So learning does not have to be painful. At Smart Wonders, learning is not painful. It is fun, right? Lot of work and planning goes into ensuring that that happens in the classroom. The teachers are a testament to that. Look at their faces. I said smile. None of them are smiling. Smile, because they've been working. The PTA was on the 18th. Since the 20th, we've been working from 7:45 to 4 o'clock, preparing for the new session. Teachers' trainings, workshops, lesson planning, annual planning, everything has to be planned in advance. The lists and the all the inputs that need to go for the teacher to walk into the class for 40 minutes. A lot of effort. So thank you, dear teachers, for putting in all of effort. Now, again, so it is for us to be that teacher which the children want, which the parents want. So while I was sitting here, as the teachers went up, I could hear the mom say, "Shukar hai, shukar hai." So the moment they said, this teacher will be teaching this subject, and shukar hai, which means what? They're happy. This teacher is going to be taking this. Your feedback is right there. It's direct. What the children say. Thank you, ma'am. I love you. So, what the children say about us, what the parents say about us, we need to take it in a constructive manner immediately. Because They will never say something that is not good for their children, and we are here only for the children. So if we can't do what is required for the children, we need to improve. We need to change. So thank you, ma'am. Believe me, all the teachers are going to do a great job this year, and we are always open to your feedback. Whenever there is a little issue, please connect. Please call the reception, speak to the coordinator, the vice principal or me. Send a diary note to the teacher if there is a message for the teacher. Please send a mail if you want the mail to come to me. Within 24 hours, 48 hours, I will be looking at the mail and reverting to the people concerned to do whatever they have to do. So believe me, over here there are multiple channels. But that one channel that is not there anymore is messaging or calling the teachers. So that is something that you don't need to do anymore. Call the reception. They note down who's called for what, whom do they want to speak to. Alright, so let's keep the lines of communication open. We are open to feedback, and like I said, there are multiple decisions that have been taken this year based on the parent feedback that we get during the PTMs. Again, another thing. So don't think that, oh, but this is the same feedback form. We need the same feedback form. We send it because we compare. We look at your feedback. We see what is now improving and what is not improving. And based on that, we take major decisions. So please do not take your PTM feedback form lightly, and definitely don't give it to your children to fill it. It's your feedback that we are looking at, right? So thank you so much for all of your valuable time, and for all the children who have come here to be a part of this orientation. And I can never forget the first year of COVID, when we had the orientation online. Once we had it online, we had some children sitting in the orientation while their parents had gone out to work. That was such an amazing experience for me, that our children are so independent and confident that they were actually sitting there attending the online orientation even when their parents were not there. So thank you, children. Stay strong, enjoy, and I'm sure that we will have a very, very fruitful 23-24. And thank you so much, Fatima. I know that you're not feeling well, but you are leading an amazing team, and we're waiting for Raina ma'am to come. She's on something in the US, personal matter. She's actually become a grandmother, so she's gone. So let's give her a big round of applause. So she's there with her son and daughter-in-law and grandchild, and of course we have the wonderful team here who's already geared up with smiles to take on the new session, right? So thank you everyone. Thank you teachers. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope that under your guidance, experience and knowledge, our students will achieve greater excellence. Thank you. So we at SWS believe that education is not just about memorizing facts and figures, but about developing the skills that will enable our students to succeed in the real world. We also believe that education is a partnership, and by working together, we can help our students reach their full potential. May this new session 2023-24 take us all on a remarkable journey of discovery. Congratulations and welcome. I request you all to kindly stand up for the national anthem.
Not just the change in the logo, it's the change in the fabric. So that's again feedback that we got.
Okay.
So the whole material and the way it's made has been changed.
Yeah, the earlier one was not really good, though this year.
That is
got
why.
better one.
So that is why the T-shirt has been changed, and because that that other logo was not that attractive maybe. So since we were changing the T-shirt, the material, because we are not going to be using the old material, so the designing was also changed.
And same goes for the whole house T-shirt also.
Absolutely. Shoes also? Yes. So earlier, what was happening was one of the problems was that sports is embedded in the timetable, right? And the children on different days were supposed to be coming in their leather shoes, black leather shoes. But then they have a sports period also. So then they would bring their white kegs in the bags, which led to waste of time. They're changing the shoes plus heavy bags. So the decision was taken that we'll go in for black sport shoes, which will be worn by the children from Monday to Friday. So now the uniform is very, very simple. Monday to Thursday is their regular summer uniform. Only on Friday they wear their house uniform, the house t-shirt and the track pants. So what is the color of the track pants? Navy blue. Can any child tell me why we would shift from grey to blue?
It's dirty.
Ma'am, any child. I want their critical thinking skills. Yes.
So it would be
It won't get dirty, yes, and it would look neater, it would look smarter because our t-shirt is light blue with blue, the edging on the collars. So with that, when you wear a darker track pant, you are less likely to have it very dirty and you look smarter, because in children, we need them when they're coming to school and while they're in school. They need to look smart and well dressed. Yes? And of course, the shoes serve both the purposes. They look good when they are, whether it is an assembly or it is enrichment activity, because enrichment activities also have the physical component into it. There's taekwondo, there are sports, there's football, there's basketball. Right? So again, they would have had to bring the other pair of shoes every time. So we took a conscious decision and brought in the black sports shoes. Yes, any other query? Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, there are in-house activities.
Yes.
Last year there was a confusion that child didn't know what to bring for the in-house activities. Like sometimes they are making some craft or something.
Okay.
So there is a request ki just update the parents on school pad only a day before, so that we are ready with the material.
Alright. So ma'am, when you say in-house, is it the art and craft period or is it the clubs you're talking about?
Clubs.
The clubs. Alright. So definitely the activity coordinator and the activity in charges. So Hartrip is here. We will make sure that whatever is needed in the enrichment clubs will be informed to the children, and we will make sure that it is written in their diary for them to take back. And anything that is over and above that is needed, we will share it on the school pad. Otherwise, this is not shared on the school pad. The children will be keeping a note of it in their diaries.
One more thing, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, see, science there is only one book. For social studies there are 3 books, that is geography, history and civics. So there is a confusion that on which day which notebook and books is needed. So that increases the weight of the bag.
Absolutely, ma'am. So that will be told to the children once they join back. So the teachers will inform them on which day, because if the periods of social studies are 5, so it is divided between 3 and 2. So the teachers are aware of which day they are supposed to be doing history/civics and on which day they are supposed to be doing geography/economics. So the children will be informed, they will write it in their timetable and they will only bring those books. And for any reason, if the teacher is teaching something else, then the teacher is not expected, or the children are not expected to have those books. It could be a revision activity, it could be an assessment, but the children will be packing their bags. You will, overlook it. They will pack the bags according to the timetable, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Last 2 years, we have noticed that few of the teachers are leaving school during session, middle of session. It becomes a little messy for the child to grasp that subject afterwards. Although continuity is there in the subject, but the way of teaching is always different. That varies from person to person. So can it be ensured that teachers don't leave the school in between? Although I know that might be a problem for you as well. But it's more.
You don't know how much. Yeah. Continue. I'll
But
just
it's
explain.
more difficult for the child to, adapt or maybe cope up with the subject, and that it becomes a little messy.
Absolutely, sir. So I agree with you 110% that a teacher should not leave within the session because the children get used to a teacher. However, so I'll first explain from the children's point of view. Please give more credit to the children. The children are more adaptable than us to change. And a lot of times change is for the better. So that's one part of it. The second part is every person, especially teachers, and teachers are generally, so you can see the majority here. We've got one single guy, but we've got so many ladies. So what happens is they have their own families also, sir. And unfortunately, when their husbands get posted, or they shift, or there is any medical emergency, not only in their immediate family, but in their in-laws' family, in their own family, the commitments that the ladies have is much more than the guys. So they need to, fulfill their commitments. We try our best. We make their timetables flexible. We've had people coming half day. We've given them, don't come in the morning, don't come in the afternoon. We'll make your timetable such that you only come during this time and take. So from our side as a management, we try to retain our teachers as much as possible. However, where a person has some commitment, we cannot stop them from leaving. But from our side, we do our best. And of course, we have a policy where we expect them to finish the session and then leave. So as you can see, we have a whole lot of new teachers, but that's at the starting of the new session, not in the middle. So the middles are exceptions, which are rare, but they are basically because of their husbands leaving somewhere or getting posted or some other medical or personal emergencies. However, we try to ensure that whoever is joined does not leave before the last PTM. That's March. And we will work on it even more. So teachers, I'm sure that you heard that concern. And we as mothers of children also have that concern. That our children should have teachers who are working through. So let me also tell you that we have, so obviously the new ones who are working somewhere and they've joined us, and you can ask any one of them if we force them to not finish their responsibilities there and join us here. We did not, because we believe that wherever they were working, their responsibilities there also are as important. So they have joined us once they have finished with their PTMs or their responsibilities there, they've come. But I accept your point, we will try to keep it to a minimum. Ladies, please look after yourself and your families. Do not fall sick, because it's very difficult for me, sir, to say no. Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions? Yes.
I don't have a question, but I wanted to appreciate and thank everybody here because Kavijot has, he was a mid-year admission in 3rd standard while my husband got posted from Kota to Mohali. And he was a mid-year admission, and I must thank everybody out here that I got his admission done through a phone call. No assessment, just his assessment for the last year, and they accepted the admission. This year he fell ill twice. He missed school for almost 2 months. He had a dengue relapse, once dengue and then the relapse. Then he had his knee dislocated. So I know he missed the school so many days, though he stood second in class, which was great for him. Yeah, thank you. But I must thank all the teachers, the coordinators. I was provided with the wheelchair facility, all the facilities, all the queries answered, all the calls were answered. So I'm really thankful to everybody here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your appreciation. That is very much appreciated. Thank you. So all the hard work that goes in, a lot of thought goes in, and we are trying to do our best. We do make mistakes, I will accept, but we are here to learn from our mistakes, and we will ensure that we provide better help and services to our little babies. Definitely, ma'am. Any other questions? So thank you so much. Anyways, you can come and meet me anytime. And if there are any more questions or suggestions or help that you need, you can connect. Thank you, teachers, all of you, educators. You are the backbone of the school. So really thank you for all the hard work and dedication that you're putting in. And together we are the future, for the children who are the future of this nation. So thank you. Thank you, children, and thank you, parents, for your patience. Thank you.
Thank you.